After the less than stellar box office results and reviews of Kick-Ass 2, the franchise seemed to be dead in the water. Now Matthew Vaughn, who directed the first film and co-produced the second, says that a Hit Girl prequel could be on the horizon. In a recent interview, Vaughn stated, "Do you know what's going to be next if I do it? We've finished plotting it. What we have to do is we've got to do the X-Men First Class to the Kick-Ass world. We lost a few fans on Kick-Ass 2. It wasn't as loved as one would have hoped, so we have this idea for a Hit Girl prequel. It's a really strong, really simple prequel where I think we can regain the love and the passion. If that happens, I'm pretty sure I can persuade Aaron and Chloe to come back and finish the story of Kick-Ass with Kick-Ass 3. Mark and I have already plotted Hit Girl. We have to get the script done next, so it's far out there, you have no idea." Vaughn went on to say that he would not direct the third film, but would look for a very bold and clever director like the Raid Helmer Gareth Evans. Amy Rose, based on Vaughn's comments, would you want to see a Hit Girl prequel?
No. I just think this ship has sailed. A few years ago, I would have been really interested in it because Chloe, as this character, that's why it was so surprising. She was this little girl and she kicked major ass. And it was just like completely out of nowhere. The first film was great. I didn't dislike the second film. It was just a big step down in my opinion. They just try to mimic every bit of fun from the first, even the big climax and death. I mean, it literally was pretty close verbatim, kind of like the Hangover 2 treatment. You're like, keep inventing the story, you know? But I didn't dislike it, I just didn't love it as much. But, you know, she's 18 now. It's a different feel. Would they get someone younger to play her and then show her in flashbacks and something like that? I don't know what they would do. It would be fun to see Big Daddy again because I loved Cage as that character, but I just feel like the interest is not really intact. I do love the idea of getting the Raid director because, wow, that film is amazing. Both films have been amazing, but I'm not that interested in this anymore.
You nailed it for me when you brought up Big Daddy. See, the problem with Kick-Ass 2 for me, and I didn't just not dislike it, I liked Kick-Ass 2, but it suffered a Big Daddy hole. That the absence of Big Daddy from Kick-Ass 2 was so noticeable, whatever, when you're comparing to the first one, that was a big step down for me, even though I still quite liked it. I am with you, though, on the idea of, well, what, do we go out and get a 5-year-old actress to do Hit Girl and do all that kind of stuff? The only reason I'm going to say, yeah, do it, because I don't like the notion, I don't want to go back, I don't want to get a 5-year-old Hit Girl. It's not going to be Chloe Grace Moretz, so what's the point? But there are two things that make me go, okay, go ahead. Number one, getting Big Daddy back. I will go and watch Nick Cage play Big Daddy all day. So getting more Big Daddy, sure thing. And number two, Vaughn says, hey, if I did that, a Hit Girl prequel, and it works, I think that opens the door for Kick-Ass 3. Okay, then I'd be back on board for that too. I'd love to see a Kick-Ass 3, although I'm pretty sure Aaron Taylor Johnson said he was pretty much over it and he's not going to return. But he says, I bet I can convince him, so whatever. But so I'm torn both ways. What do you think, Mark?
This news doesn't get me out of bed, but nothing in the Kick-Ass world has ever got me really excited. Having said that, I love the first Kick-Ass and I really like the second Kick-Ass too. It surprised me. So after seeing Kingsman, anything Matthew Vaughn wants to do, any idea you have, go ahead and do it. You're executing everything flawlessly right now. The only thing that scares me, though, is if he's committing time to a Kick-Ass prequel, I'd rather see him focus on other things, Star Wars, or I'd rather see Gareth Evans or whoever else he's getting to do these projects. Right. I want to see them all focus on something else. The one exception would be Nicolas Cage, because we all see what Nicolas Cage does when he's not doing something like Kick-Ass, which is Season of the Witch. So if we can get Nicolas Cage's Big Daddy, I would be more excited about this, but it just doesn't really, it doesn't get me going.
See, it was your point is the reason why I don't really want it to happen, is because Matthew Vaughn wasn't involved as directing in the second one, and I didn't like the second one at all. And I thought that the second one suffered tremendously because it didn't have that Matthew Vaughn directing flair. When you see Kingsman, that's the type of movie that Matthew Vaughn is doing. You're like, whoa, yes, it has the same magic that I did when I saw Kick-Ass the first time. And it needs Matthew Vaughn directing. And he says he's not directing. And I love The Raid 2. It'd probably do a fun movie, but I'm with Amy Rose. I don't know if you need to go back into that world. The first one's a lot of fun. Let's go back and just watch that on Blu-ray a couple times. If you like the second one, great, enjoy that. But I don't think you need to explore this world. But that being said, if Matthew Vaughn is invested in it and putting all this time and effort, and then Evans does come direct it, would I want to see it for the Big Daddy reasons? Sure. I would rather, agreeing with Mark, watch Matthew Vaughn focus on other stuff, because this guy, I was talking to him in the car, I think Matthew Vaughn has surpassed Nolan as my favorite director.
You know what's interesting though too is that I just thought of this. How about he does a prequel to Kingsman instead of Kick-Ass? I know a lot of you guys haven't seen Kingsman yet. Go to AMC right now and buy your tickets for the screening tonight. It is awesome, and I want to see more of these movies more than I want to see another Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.